Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Darren from Viking Outdoor and the Viking Group, and I wanted to introduce a very special longtime friend of mine. Why don't you take it away, Kevin?
Hey, my name's Kevin Smith. I'm the National Technical Support and Trainer for Brillance LED. And I'm really, really pleased here to be here at the Viking Group today. I've got some new things to show Darren and his staff. So why don't you come on in, we'll check it out.
Man, let's do it. All right. So, Kevin, one of the reasons why I was so happy to hear that you were going to be coming all the way from Arizona to come out here is because we've used your products for a long time. And as you know, we buy lights from different manufacturers and we try to find the best product that's available. But the one thing that I have seen in this industry for myself is the quality of the lamps that typically come with the manufacturer's fixtures. We reached a point where we literally take those lamps from the box, throw them in the garbage, and install Brillance. I think that's one of the reasons why you and I have had such a great relationship.
Because I love you, man.
I know. But, you know, you guys were always a lamp manufacturer.
That's right.
And I know recently you guys have started coming out with some fixtures. This being one of the samples that one of your reps had brought out here is very impressive. I mean, it's the same quality as the higher end fixtures that we install. And, you know, I've always been impressed with the bronze. When the industry went to the bronze, it's very heavy, very solid. But you guys continue to innovate not only new styles of fixtures, but also the lamps. Like, that seems to be where you guys are really focused on, is bringing optics to the industry that I've been in for forever.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, we got our start off in landscape lighting. You know, we were all contractors in the past. So the owners of Brillance, myself, we've been contractors in the past. So we know what you go through on a daily basis. So what we're trying to do at Brillance is we're trying to bring out the best light sources, the best fixtures, and just innovative technology that can help you on a regular basis. So we do have things in all different price ranges. So what's good is that you can start off with a small fixture set of lights. You know, if you just need to light up your pathway. But the nice thing is with Brillance products, you're always going to get the highest quality lamp out there to give you the best color rendering, give you the right Kelvin temperature, and also give you dimming capability, which a lot of manufacturers don't have. So we've been manufacturing lamps since 2008. Wow. We started off with one MR16 lamp, and then we moved into other varieties of lamps. So, you know, this is a family business still, you know, so that way, you know, you understand we care about what's going on out there. So
I'm looking at this lamp that you have in front, and it looks like it got busted.
Yeah, it does kind of look like it got busted, but yeah, it's not busted at all. This is our new Generation 6 MR16. So, you know, one of the things that contractors go through on a regular basis is, you know, like storing things, right? You know, you load up your trucks and you usually have lamps, and there's different Kelvin temperatures, different beam spreads. And, you know, you put them up in the bins in the van, or you put them up in the bins in the truck, and, you know, you have somebody pull out in front of you, you slam on the brakes, and all those lamps go all over the place. Then it's like, you know, half an hour that one of your guys is having to take to put all those things back, organize them again. You know, you won't have to worry about that anymore.
Well,
now,
up to that end, you know, the people who do know me know Viking Outdoor and the work that we do with lighting. You know, I think you knew this, but I'm actually a colored pencil artist. So for me, the finished look of all of our projects are typically on a different level than what most people would install. Because I care about the details. So I like having, you know, different wattages to give me different intensities, and I like the different spread beams, and I literally utilize all of those components on every job that I install.
Exactly.
And to what you said, yes, I've got, now they're all Brilliance, but, you know, as you know, I mean, I'm probably one of your biggest purchasers here in the state, because I've got to buy so many different types of lamps, which fortunately you guys provide, and even specialty lamps. So this, I'm intrigued in what you're talking about and how this can help me and my trucks if we have to slam on the brakes.
So with our new Generation 6 MR16, this is going to allow you to have all the tools in one box. Okay, so what you'll do is you can choose your wattage. So these lamps will come in a 2-watt, a 4-watt, a 5-watt, and a 7-watt lamp.
Oh, so I'm sorry, you said 2-watt?
Yes, so now you have an MR16 and a 2-watt. So now if you need that low glow, up here where you live, there's not much ambient light.
That's right.
So a 2-watt lamp can really be helpful.
Wow, okay, all the way up to 7
All the way up to 7-watt.
So for those of you who do follow us, most of the stuff that we do for, well, I call it our basic line, but it's typically the higher end for many other contractors. The average that we use for our spotlights would be a 4 or 5-watt. Occasionally, we'll need higher wattage, and they weren't readily available, but now in the same lamp,
In the same
like
lamp.
7-watt. So
Absolutely.
what's all the stuff around that?
So what you have here is what we call swap dicks. Okay, so normally what you would have to do is you buy a lamp, you figure out the wattage and the Kelvin temperature, and then you need to figure out what the beam spread is that
Right.
you want, right?
Right.
So now what you do is you buy one lamp in the Kelvin temperature and wattage you desire, and this will come with 4 different optics. So it will come with a 30-degree optic installed, but then you can swap the optics if you need a wider or narrower beam spread.
Really?
Yeah, so for instance, if I needed the 15 degree and this comes with the 30, I could take this out. I could take my 15 degree, this will pop right in here. Then I'm gonna take my little cap and this will just screw right on. There we go. Screw that right on, and now your lamp is ready to go. So now, when you send your guys out in the field, everything is there for them. They don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I forgot the 15 degrees at the shop. Or, oh, I don't have any 15 degrees and I gotta get this job done today. Everything is included in one box.
I mean, these literally look like regular MR16 bulbs with a cap that is absolutely sexy.
Exactly. Now the nice thing is this has a single diode source. So what it does is it emulates what an old halogen lamp would do. So with that single dye source in there, you're going to get less styrations on walls. You're going to get cleaner light output.
Well, I'll tell you where the single diode would definitely come in handy. As you know, we're also like the largest purchaser of those bollards that we make
Yes,
our
exactly.
arbors, all those things out of. And the tricky thing about those is the patterns and designs that are cut out in them are designed to transfer onto the ground when the lights are on.
That's right.
One of the issues, especially when it came to some of the very higher end specialty types like RGBs, color changing, and those things, you end up with 3 diodes, and typical MR16s have. In fact, this one right here has got the 3 diodes in it. It ends up blurring the pattern. They still look beautiful, but having a single diode makes for much crisper shadows on those bollards. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's a light bulb, but this is pretty exciting for the contracting world.
Exactly. Now the nice thing about this is this allows you to have an 8 to 25 volt operating range.
That's,
Okay.
I mean, it's normally what, 10 to 14?
Usually 10 to 14, 10
Wow.
to 16.
Wow.
Maybe some folks have 10 to 18, but this one has 8 to 25 volts.
Wow.
So what that means for you too is, like, let's say for instance you were doing a patio where they had track lighting.
Right.
A lot of that is 24 volt DC.
Yep.
These lamps will work in that track system
Wow.
as well. So
That's impressive.
yes, it is. So if you wanted to go from a narrow beam all the way up to a very wide flood, all it is just changing the optics. So that's why we call it swap dicks, because you can swap them.
It's pretty catchy.
It is. Swaptics.
It's not as catchy as Viking Outdoor.
I know.
That's pretty
still.
slick. That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I could have called it Thor's hammer or something like that.
Probably should have.
Yeah, probably. But anyways. But one of the things I wanted to show you as well is I made this special brochure for you guys. So this is a brochure with a lot of different products that Viking Outdoor installs. Now, one of the things I wanted to share with you, which I didn't think you knew about, but we have created for the average everyday homeowner who needs lighting, maybe they just need a front yard installation done, okay? Everybody needs lights, Lighting is really a necessity, it's not an option.
In this, where we are, the North Georgia mountains and all around the mountain community, once you get away from the main roads here, most places don't even have, except maybe the occasional street light. It's pitch black. Here's one of the issues that I've encountered since I've been up here, and I'm the only lighting installer north of Canton, so we're like 50 miles, 40 miles away.
Sure.
So I've tried to kind of be the answer to everyone's issues when it comes to outdoor lighting. But this is a very, what's the word? This is a very laid back, very real people kind of community.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of working class people here who aren't afraid to get dirty. And one of the issues, of course, this is historic. I've been doing this for 30 years. Historically, how do I compete with what's available at other stores? Because the prices that unfortunately it cost, number one, we're not putting in plastic fixtures or anything
Correct.
like that. However, more times than not, I know on the initial visit with a lot of customers, there's a degree of sticker shock.
Of course.
Because, hey, we know we can get kits here, whatever, but yeah, you're gonna spend 2 weekends with your friends, drinking beer on the weekend to try to get this thing. And then you're gonna have to YouTube some troubleshooting because you messed it up. So it's been kind of this thing, and our typical customer is more on the higher end, but all my friends are on this next level down that warrants a product just like this, but not the prices that we have to charge to be able to do that.
Of course.
So that was one of the things that I know you and I have talked about before, and one of the concerns that I do have for this community, that I want it to be, I want people to be able to access the same products that we install without having to pay our prices.
Absolutely. I think a lot of times what we're looking at in this day and age, even folks that are, just working folks, just like both of us, right? We need to find something that has good value that's going to last us. Because
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. So we want to we wanted to make up something for this area that allows you to have high value, but not an extreme price point.
Okay. I'm listening.
So what we did with our products is we developed what we call our Black Diamond starter lighting system. Okay.
What is that?
Okay, so starter lighting system gives you a package basically that you'll get 5 bullets. It'll come with the lamp installed.
Okay.
You'll get 5 of the path lights in either bronze color like this or a matte black, whichever you prefer. They'll come with the Kelvin temperature lamp that you're looking for, so you can get it in a 2700, which is more the warm white. You can also get it into the 3000, which is a little bit crisper white. It's not the blue light, but it's a little bit crisper white.
Still considered a warm white, but on the lighter end. And I will tell you, in fact, I was telling you about a project where we literally switched. We had originally installed 2700 Kelvin, which is the warmer white, like the old school halogen. And it just wasn't bright enough. It was very underwhelming. And all we did was change it to 3000 Kelvin. And that's kind of been my go-to up here because we don't have a lot of houses with white trim. Their cabins, everything's a little bit darker. And that 3000 Kelvin gives you just a little bit more of a punch.
That's right.
So it makes it appear brighter without the wattages and the draws on energy and things like that.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate the fact that You know, bronze has been the standard now for what, probably 15 years?
It's been out there for quite a long time. It's
Yeah.
been out there for quite a long time. What nice thing with bronze is it's a very organic color.
Absolutely.
Okay, it mixes, it meanders in any type of landscape. So, you know, like the black fixtures that are available as well, they'll go with more of that modern farmhouse type look.
Right.
But you know, if you're just looking for that more organic look, the bronze is going to be always great. Okay. Now, the nice thing with this is that it will come with a 150 watt transformer. So
Okay.
you'll get a 150 transformer. Okay. You'll also get the wire connection, so there'll be 12 pairs of heat shrink wire connectors.
Which
So-
is more than enough.
Absolutely. So you have enough for all the fixtures and then a few different lines if you need to make an extension. But they're a crimp, and they're actually called lighting shrink. Okay, lighting shrink is the top heat shrink company that works with landscape lighting. So when you crimp this and you melt down the heat shrink, there's actual resin inside. So
Okay.
when it melts, it pushes out each side. So all that your wire is totally waterproof.
So it's the same concept as the grease-filled wire nuts that
Correct.
we use.
Yes,
But in a more convenient way where you're not necessarily.
absolutely. You don't get all that grease all
Yeah.
over your hands as well.
That's really cool.
Now,
Okay.
but wait, there's more. It also comes with our Smart Socket 3. Now, Smart Socket 3 allows you to have complete control of your transformer lighting system with Wi-Fi. Okay, so when you install the transformer, you install the Smart Socket 3, you download our Brillance Smart app, which is a free app. It's on the App Store, the Google Play Store, Brillance Smart. And you download that, and you'll be able to use your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi and connect to your smart socket. And now what you'll be able to do is control your landscape lighting system from anywhere in the world. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to do regular timing. So if you want it to come on every day at a certain time and shut off at a certain time, you can do that. But you can also do astronomical timing. So what that does is it adjusts for seasons. So if you set it for sunset, it actually knows your location with your Wi-Fi. And so what it does is it will allow it to come on at sunset, or you can have it come on before sunset or after sunset, whatever you wish. And you can have it shut off at a certain time, or you can have it shut off at sunrise. But in any time in between, you wish to turn it on or off, you can just simply go to the app, shut the lights off, or turn them on whenever you wish.
Well, so I'm certainly familiar with the Brilliance app, used tons of them. To know that it's going to be readily available in a kit like this, I mean, that's a pretty intense package for a starter lighting system.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's definitely some contractor grade. It's all contractor grade. I mean,
It is.
that's actually
It
pretty
is.
incredible.
100% contractor grade. Basically, we offer 10-year warranty on all the fixtures. On the lamps that they come with, they are a 3-year warranty. Okay. The transformer has a lifetime warranty, and the smart socket has a 3-year warranty. So you have a ton of different warranties on every product. Now, if you decide to swap the lamp that it comes with the new lamp, this will actually give you a 5-year warranty.
Wow.
So
the lamp that's in this one, you can swap out.
you can swap out, absolutely. This will come with a 3000 Kelvin 4-watt lamp, 30 degrees, or a 2700 Kelvin 4-watt lamp in 30 degrees. So either color of fixture, you can have whatever lamp you want.
Well, I think that's an incredible package deal that I don't know of anyone in the industry who's ever offered it, and I certainly have never done it. And we're the ones who deal with the end users, but it's always, let's come out and install, let's come out and install, let's come out and install. Not everyone does need us to install, so more times than not, they run somewhere else and grab a lesser system when this is really what their house warrants.
Absolutely.
So in thinking of that, so because I've done a lot of work for builders and back down in the city years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same package that I would offer to a builder. With that, I mean, you could easily light up the front of most homes and have enough path lights to traverse, especially for a short-term rental, from your car to the front door.
Absolutely.
When it's pitch black.
Absolutely.
With the ability then to, you said it was 150 watt.
It's a 150 watt transformer. So you're only burning about 60 watts roughly on
Sure.
the whole thing. So you can add more to it.
Right,
Easily.
which is what
Very easy.
which is what we do. I mean, every transformer that we install is always upsized. I know a lot of the we'll call them kits that you can get in other places. Everything's kind of set for that. So if you want to add on, you got to go buy a whole nother kit or something like that. But this one, you know, it is definitely a great. It's an incredible.
You know,
option.
we call it a starter lighting system.
That's
You know, because
exactly what
it's a complete system.
Wow.
So you have your fixtures, you have your transformer, and you have your controller. So, you know, we don't include the wire because we never know how far we want to run the wire.
Right. Yeah, you can't
So
do that.
can't do that because especially the box would be 300 pounds. So
Right.
nobody wants to carry that around. But the nice thing is this will come in a beautiful box. You know, it's right there for, you know, it shows exactly what's in it. So here at your shop, it's going to be really easy for people to see. And, you know, it's a great setup. It's a great setup for anybody who wants lighting. You know, it actually gets them into lighting. Then they're going to find what the value is in lighting, right? Because, you know, we all have to have light to see, no matter what.
Right.
Okay. Now, how we do it is how much better it feels to us when we walk home. So if we want that beautiful welcome home feeling when we get home, who wants to have a spotlight shining down? Wouldn't it be much better to have some beautiful lights on your trees, beautiful lights on your path? And you know, because you have that 150 watt transformer, you can add a few wall washers and wash the front of your house, make it look gorgeous for not that much money.
Agreed. I mean, that I'm not even sure what to think. I mean, this is literally the first ever, as long as I've been in this industry, that a professional grade, contractor grade manufacturer has made something like this available for the working class or just the do-it-yourselfers without having to skip on quality. I mean, this is insane.
You know, at Brillance, you know, as you know, we're a family-owned company. You know,
Absolutely.
and we know that everyone is watching their budget these days, but you know, people also need to have security, right? And lighting offers a tremendous amount of security. You know, FBI statistics say that a well-lit home is less likely to be robbed. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, you know, if you come up to a neighborhood and you find that the house is really well lit, you know, it's going to really deter that element. So, you know, it's going to be much more welcoming, much more, you know, the curb appeal. And you think about it, the public space of someone's home is their front yard. That's the public space. People see the front yard all the time. So, you know, whether they pass by in the daytime, whether they pass by in the evening, and you have the house well lit, it's going to be a game changer because it's also going to add value to the home.
I'm sitting here thinking about before I ever started in the lighting industry, I had a vision for somehow a retail type thing. And one of the thoughts that I had back then is if someone were to bring me a photo of their home, I could help them design the system.
Of course.
So I'm almost thinking with something like this, okay, we know we want lights, what do we do? I'll have to put something together, but I think it would be as simple as someone bring me a photo and I could show them where to put the lights, maybe even guide them on how to install the wiring, you know, maybe for a small fee, whatever it is. But I think we can, in this community, I think this is what's needed. This is
Absolutely.
And of course, you know, we've got the reputation in town, you know, that we stand behind everything that we do. you've already heard what the warranty is straight from the manufacturer. I think it's a win. I mean, literally, I think the people of LJ and the entire mountain community, I think this is going to be great. And we do have these brochures. I would say stop by our design center at 136 First Avenue in East LJ, right on the corner. Follow the music. Come in and talk to us. Let's see what we can get going with this. In the end, I just like to see everybody happy. And I think when people have the right lighting, they're happy. So, yeah, give us a call. Kevin, thank you so much. You know what? You came all the way from Arizona. I didn't want you to leave empty-handed, so I got you a little something. And as our followers know, as you know, we do build like the light fixtures that we have in here. We build other things like the arbors, and we started our line called Viking Craft. And you, kind sir, can take back with you one of our first edition Viking Craft shirts.
Outstanding.
And we definitely wanted you to have that. And I mean, I cannot thank you enough for the time from you coming all the way from Arizona, spending some time with us.
Well, with that, I'm going to trade you. Because I brought you one of our Brillance shirts all the way from Carefree, Arizona. So this is our really nice blue Brillance shirt. Very soft, very comfortable. Brillance Metalworks. Yeah, there you go. So thank you very much.
How about that? Kevin, I appreciate you.
Absolutely, appreciate you. Really nice to visit today.
Man, what a blast. Well, stay tuned.